Good morning, boys and girls. It's so good to see you back here again. Boys and girls, we're going to keep talking about the fruits of the Spirit. But before we do that, we're going to worship. So I want you guys to stand up and get ready to sing and dance and worship Jesus.
I raise a hallelujah in the presence of my enemies. I raise a hallelujah louder than the unbelief. I raise a hallelujah. My weapon is a melody. I raise a hallelujah. Heaven comes to fight for me. I'm gonna sing in the middle of the storm. Louder and louder, you're gonna hear my praises roar. Up from the ashes, hope will arise. Death is defeated, the King is alive. I raise a hallelujah with everything inside of me. I raise a hallelujah. I will watch the darkness flee. I raise a hallelujah in the middle of the mystery. I raise a hallelujah. Fear, you lost your hold on me. I'm gonna sing in the middle
So good, right, boys and girls? I love worship. Okay, listen. We're talking about the fruits of the Spirit, and I want you guys to say the verse with me. It's Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 and 23. But the fruits of the Spirit are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And against these things, there is no law. Boys and girls, today we're talking about kindness. It's our fifth fruit. We've talked about love, joy, peace, patience, and now we're talking about kindness. Boys and girls, there's so many examples of Jesus being kind in the Bible. He was healing people. He ate with people. He invited people to be with him. He fed them. He showed a ton of kindness. But today, for our story, we're going to go back into the Old Testament, and we're going to talk about a lady named Rahab who showed kindness to two spies who were actually enemy spies. So I just want to set you up for the video. We've got the Israelites, and they are going to take, God has told them that they're going to have the town of Jericho. So Joshua, their leader, sent in two spies to kind of check it out. And that's when they met Rahab. Now, the video says that she sinned a lot. She was not a great godly woman or anything like that, but she really showed these spies kindness and ultimately saved their life. So I want you to watch this video, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
The Faithful Hall of Fame, Rahab. This is Rahab.
Hi.
Rahab lived in the town of Jericho in the Promised Land. Rahab was not an Israelite, and she made bad choices. But God had a plan for Rahab, even though she was a sinner.
All right.
Now God told his people, the Israelites,
Hey, that's us.
to go into the Promised Land. So Joshua sent two spies to search the land around the city of Jericho. The two spies came to Rahab's house to stay the night. But the king of Jericho heard that there were spies in his city, so he sent orders for Rahab to bring them out. But Rahab hid the spies
Hello.
Bring him out, you hear?
and told the king's men that it was true that the men were at her house, but she did not know where they were now.
I don't know. But
She told the king's men to go quickly to find the spies, because they could not have gone far.
go now.
Oh, right.
So the king's men rushed out to the city in pursuit of the Israelite spies. All the while, the Israelites hid on Rahab's roof. So Rahab went to them and said, I know the Lord has given you this land. We have heard of the great acts that God has done for you. Your God is the God of all the heavens and the earth. So please swear to me that you will be kind to my family. The spies agreed to this, and Rahab helped them escape from the city. Before they left, they told Rahab to tie a scarlet rope to the window.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oops.
This rope would serve as a mark for Rahab's house and would remind the Israelites of their promise to her.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And so the spies were on their way. For 3 days, they hid from the king's men who were looking for them. Finally, they returned to Joshua and told them all they had seen. Rahab was remembered for her faithfulness, for she had given a friendly welcome to the spies and put her trust in the one true God.
All right, boys and girls. So did you see that? The spies were in there, she brought them into her house, right? Showed them kindness. And then when the king found out that there were spies there and he sent some soldiers to go get them, she hid them up on her roof. And then she sent the soldiers away saying, oh, they went that way. And then she lowered them out the window. And what did they do for her because of all this kindness that she showed them? She said, please protect my family. And so they told her to tie a scarlet ribbon in her window and that her family would be protected. Boys and girls, she showed kindness when she didn't have to. And that's, as Christians, as kids who love Jesus, that's what we want to do. We want to show kindness even when we don't have to. We want, just like I said last week, our light to shine. We want Jesus's light in us to shine and let everybody know that we are kind because we love Jesus. Boys and girls, I want you to think about what can you do to be extra kind this week? Can you help your parents a little more? Could you help, maybe you've got an elderly neighbor who needs some help pulling weeds or planting flowers or taking out their trash. What can you do to show kindness? And remember, before the video, we talked about how kind Jesus was, how wonderfully kind he was, and how he took care of so many people. Boys and girls, that's what we want to be. We want to be kind. So we've learned about love, and we're loving people. And being kind is a way of loving people. We've learned about joy. We've learned about peace, patience, and now kindness. I want you to think about how can you be kind this week as you go out? What can you do that is kind? I love you all. I will see you guys very, very soon. Goodbye.